I thought long and hard about where I see myself as a trader, and I really had to visualize what that looked like from start of day to end of day, just all the details in between, and really see myself as the consistently profitable trader that I know I could be. What is going on, lovely people? Candace B here. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you've had a great first week of 2023. Still can't believe that we are in 2023. Still feels like 2020. It's crazy, but yeah, I hope you guys have just been having a great start to your new year. So I wanted to make this video because I really feel the need to hold myself accountable. Just after going ghost, after just all these ups and downs with my trading journey, I really just want to get it right. So I wanted to make this video to hold myself accountable and share with you guys how I plan to approach trading in 2023, my trading journey specifically. And I guess you can say that these are going to be kind of affirmations for me. I want to be able to look back at this video and be like, yep, I did that. Yep, I did that, because I kept just kind of repeating it to myself over and over, and I believed it and I visualized it and it happened. And the thing is, I know that I know how to trade. I know how to look at a chart. I know how to read candlesticks. I know how to read direction, all that good stuff, reversals, all that good stuff, right? Trends. I can go on and on. I know how to trade. That's not the issue. For me personally, it's that discipline mindset part of it. And I know that's a lot of people's issue, but for me, obviously I can only speak for myself. That is a really big issue. So for sure, I feel like the best way to approach my trading in 2023 is to approach it from a mindset, a mentality based approach, just really focusing on that part of my trading. And I don't feel like I've actually sat down and really approached the mindset part of trading like full on as I plan to. And really, bottom line is that I want to be so confident in my trading. I feel like I can speak for a lot of us. I just want to be so confident in my trading that my trading plan, my trading strategy, they're all on point. I don't even care to deviate from it. I don't even think about it because it's just so ingrained in my mind that and it just works. You know what I mean? It just works for me. So that being said, I had to bring my cute little MacBook out, my cute rose gold MacBook with, Sailor Moon and is that Goku Gohan? You know what? I'm not gonna make a fool of myself like last time when I was referring to anime, and yeah, I got I got told off for that. But yes, I don't have the best memory, so I've written out the points and the approaches that I want to, touch upon. And I hope this video can resonate with some people. I'm hoping that some people can be like, yeah, like I agree, or maybe they can share their own approaches. Yeah, let's just, I feel like it's nice to have people to talk things through like this and to hold you accountable. So yeah, that's what I want to do in this video. Okay, so the first approach to trading that I want to really focus on in 2023 is removing all negative thought. I rebuke fear, hatred, anger, sadness towards the charts completely. I just got to rebuke it. I rebuke it all in the name of the Lord. Because how I see it, what is the point of having hatred towards something that you don't have power over? Why not just focus on what we do have power over, and that is our thoughts, how we approach things, whatever situation comes our way, how we react to those things. And you know what? In the same breath, I rebuke being upset at myself, because I tend to do that. I'm very harsh and critical on myself. So I just want to rebuke, I don't know why I keep using that word. I just want to rebuke everything that has to do with just being upset, any emotion that has to do just towards like knocking myself down and decreasing my, my confidence and my mental health. Like, I don't want to think that I'm not going to make mistakes. Obviously, I'm going to make mistakes, but I'm going to learn from them. That is the key. Making mistakes is not a bad thing. It is a part of life. You know that, I know that, we all know that. I hope so, because literally making mistakes is necessary in order for any of us to grow in any aspect of our life. And however long it takes for us to learn from that mistake, like for me personally, I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to go the distance and really just keep pushing myself just to learn and figure it out, no matter how hard-headed I am, because I know I'm very hard-headed. That's just like one thing I'm very self-aware about. So yeah, no matter how long it may take for me to kind of learn from my mistakes, I'm willing to do that. And I want to do that in a positive mindset. I want to, psych myself up, hype myself up, be like, yo, Candace, you got this. Come on. Come on, girl. You smart. You smart. Don't do that to yourself. Don't sell yourself short. You got this. And I don't want to get all sentimental and all that mushy stuff, but having a positive outlook on life is really such a huge component. It's such a huge ingredient to that overall antidote of being able to live a fulfilling life. And the fact that, we get to choose to be happy, we get to choose to be positive, and we get to choose what thoughts we put out there, it's really, really, it's a privilege. I really just don't want to take that for granted. I don't want to make it seem like, having negative thoughts is not a big deal. I feel like I've experienced it in my everyday life in many different situations where, if I just had a bit more positivity on the outlook of a certain situation, things could have gone so much differently for the better. So that being said, I feel like this will be very, very helpful in my approach to trading, especially the mindset part of it, being positive, just being positive. The second approach to trading that I will really be focusing on, is being extremely disciplined with my risk. Y'all, I am so tired. Of this repetitive process that I keep going through. And I'm very aware that I go through it over and over. That process of just, doing well, being disciplined to begin with, having my risk in place, all that good stuff, doing well as a result, and then just getting like overconfident, getting lazy with just my plan and just my risk, and then obviously messing it all up and losing a lot of money. I'm tired of it. There's literally no reason that I can think of that will justify me deviating from my risk management. And I know that. I've known that for years. I promise you, this is not a new thought that just came in my head. I've known that. So why do I still do it? Why? Honestly, I think it just comes down to just like lack of willpower to be disciplined, and just, again, like laziness, and also just not being okay with my risk, not accepting my risk from the beginning. Maybe pretending to accept my risk, but then not really accepting it. Because if I really did accept my risk from the beginning and I was okay with whatever risk I was taking, whatever percentage or whatever the case may be, then I wouldn't feel the urge, the need to look back on the charts and change my risk or remove my stop loss. Like, it's so stupid. It's so primitive. And I know it, guys. I know it. The same way that I'd be disciplined to wake up every day, brush my teeth, eat a healthy breakfast, that is the discipline that I need to and will apply to my trading. It's that subconscious discipline, that monotonous, just going through it. You don't even notice. Like, sometimes when you're driving, I know this doesn't really have to do with discipline, but like, sometimes when you're driving and you just reach your destination and you're just like, how did I get here? Because like you just zone out. Like, I really want to have that discipline where it's just like, it's a part of me. It's normal. It's an everyday thing. That is literally how I will be approaching my risk management, my discipline, all that, everything. I really hope I don't regret saying this, but honestly, feel free to hold me accountable in a constructive, positive way, because I'll admit, I'm always telling people, I'm always preaching in my videos, hey, manage your risk. Anytime someone's new to trading and has a question about risk management or how much, should I risk, I'm always telling you, make sure. And then here I am just not doing that consistently, not being 100% disciplined with that. So I can't be a hypocrite. I can't. Obviously, I'm not a guru. I'm not some obviously big time trader who's making tens of thousands of dollars. But how am I supposed to get to that point if I'm not being disciplined with my risk? Okay? I don't get it. It don't make sense. At this point, if I post a video from here on out and you feel inclined in your heart, in your soul, to say, Candace, fix up, because you see that I'm not managing my risk properly, being disciplined, feel free to be positive again. Positive, constructive criticism. We welcome positivity over here. That will never change regardless of anything, okay? I don't mind constructive criticism. It's always welcome when it's coming from a good place in your heart, And also just to kind of touch on the whole being disciplined with risk management, I realize that obviously something has to change. It's one thing to just say, oh, I need to do this or I'm going to do this, but I need to figure out what actions can help me get to that goal, you know what I mean? Because here's the thing. I know obviously I can only speak for myself, but I know a lot of people can relate where, we focus on just thinking of the percentage of risk that we're taking, 1%, 2%. I definitely was very focused on that. But I think that for me, because I'm a very emotional person, I think I also have to look at the dollar amount as well. So hear me out. So for example, let's say that I have a $10,000 account and I only want to risk 2%. So if my math is correct, that's $200. I have to be okay with me risking both 2% as the percentage and $200 as like the monetary figure. I have to be okay with both those figures. For me personally, I think that will work better to be able to kind of just accept the logical side and the emotional side of it, because I know that a lot of us, it's kind of ingrained where it's kind of like, if we see $2,000 lost, that's kind of more of a mental hit than just thinking, okay, only 1% or 2% or something was lost. Again, I can only speak for myself, but for me, I always thought that focusing more on the percentage versus the dollar amount made more sense, because obviously it mentally is easier to accept a 1% loss versus like a $5,000 loss. But I feel like if I'm able to accept both the percentage and the dollar amount, then that will help me just kind of fulfill every kind of need I have to be okay with what I'm risking overall. So if that makes sense, I hope what I'm saying makes sense. But yeah, I feel like I've been just so focused on the percentage amount that, when I saw the dollar amount, when I actually, placed the trade and okay, yeah, it's this amount percent, 1 or 2%, but then I saw the dollar amount, I wasn't okay with it. Like that must have been why I wasn't okay with it, because I'm seeing the number go down, I'm seeing the dollar amount go down, and I'm just like, okay. And I think there's a way, I know there's a way on MT4 to, and also MT5 to change the view from the dollar amount to pips. But I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know if there's the option to change it to percentage. But yeah, usually for me, I just keep it on like the profit amount. So I see the actual dollar amount. So that does get to me, I'll admit. So yeah, that's the action that I'm actually going to implement. I'm actually going to make sure that in whatever risk that I choose to have, that it's both the percentage and the dollar amount that I can accept. And I think that will do wonders for my emotions, for my mindset, for my consistency. So fingers crossed on that. All right, I hope this video is not going too long, but my third approach to trading that I'll be focusing on is to intentionally backtest. Be intentional with my backtesting. I find it very important to backtest for sure. No matter how often you do it, I feel like it is definitely important to do. It's practicing, you know what I mean? So in a way, but to intentionally backtest, that's a whole different ballgame, I think, because to intentionally backtest, you're making sure that you're backtesting a specific time, a specific instrument, at a specific moment, like all these specific, and you're looking for a specific move. Like there's obviously so many ways to approach intentional backtesting, but long story short, I just want to be very specific when it comes to my backtesting, as opposed to just kind of opening the charts and or using my software, my Forex Tester 5 software, and just kind of going back and just being like, oh, let's do this, let's do that. I want to actually test movements and see the profitability and collect the data and see if that's something that I'm okay with doing, because you might see a certain move happen and you're like, okay, that's the type of move that I'm wanting to get. But you might overlook the fact that it happens at, 2 a.m. in the morning, your time. You might be sleeping, you might have other things to do in the day, you might have a family, a job, whatever. How are you going to catch that same move that looks like it's happening over and over again during that time? But the issue is the time. So I feel like it's definitely important to intentional backtest, be very specific. And that's what I plan to do a lot better of a job, to do. Do I even make sense? Do I even talk English? Sometimes I question myself. And really with backtesting for me, I find that it builds courage. Not, I obviously confidence and courage is synonymous, but it really builds that courage to approach the live markets because it does take a bit of courage to fund a live account and just go there. Obviously, demo trading, paper trading, whatever the case may be, is a lot easier mentally. But I feel like if you're intentionally backtesting and you're being specific with like what you're looking for, I feel, and then you build that confidence, that courage. I feel like once you actually, step your foot into the live markets, then you have a lot more, you feel a lot more prepared, really. Long story short, you feel a lot more prepared because you know that, your back testing was purposeful. There was a reason for it, and it wasn't just kind of all over the place. And, you used a specific amount, like you started with a specific amount of money when you're back testing. Similar to what you would start a live account. All those little things are very, very important. So if you're, new to trading and you're watching this and you're wanting to backtest, just be specific, be intentional. Don't make those mistakes and then have to kind of like unlearn those bad habits like like I did. And last but not least, the fourth approach that I want to focus on in my trading is to be a defensive trader. Y'all, this is so important. This is so important. And I know it's so important. I've been knowing this, but it's interesting because obviously when I was on my little hiatus, I was still looking at comments. I saw a lot of comments. I tried to, obviously get back to as many as I could, but I saw these two individuals commenting on one of my backtesting videos, I believe. And one of them is like, Candace, like, I don't think, obviously I'm summarizing. They're like, I don't think that you have like a solid strategy. Like, it looks like you're kind of all over the place. And then another person commented and they're like, well, she does know like what she's talking about. She does know how to trade. It's just, she's not being a defensive trader. And I was just like, they know me. They know me. I'm like, literally, I wasn't being a defensive trader. And then they went into examples. They were talking about, what I did in the video that just kind of, that didn't show that I was being a defensive trader. Like I wasn't moving my stop loss to break even at certain points and managing my trades. So yeah, just being a defensive trader. Like I said, having a stop loss in place to begin with, that's one thing. And then also just like, managing the stop loss, putting it at break even where I can and when I can, just being really defensive and like, and obviously, like I said, just making sure that I don't risk more than I can handle mentally. Even, taking out partial profits, just being defensive, just having that shield up and ready, that solid shield when I step into the market. I'm ready. I have my battle guards on and I'm ready to fight. Honestly, I feel like it's very, very important just to be prepared. And defensive trading is really important to the overall success of a trader, really, because we all know rule number one, and I know this. Rule number one is always to protect your capital. Protect your capital, Candace. Duh. I read somewhere that your best offense in trading is a good defense. And I was just like, mind blown. That makes sense. I feel like it's going to be a game changer for me just to be more defensive, be specific, like be a lot more defensive. And not to say I'm not going to take risk and I'm not going to, increase my lot sizes as I'm able to, as my account is able to, as my mindset, my emotions are able to, as I see fit. Not to say I'm not going to, do that, but in any aspect, in any step of my trading, in any stage of my trading, I want to make sure that I'm being defensive. I am protecting my capital, my sweet capital that I worked so hard to gain, to make, and then to deposit into my trading account. It takes a lot of belief in yourself, but having that armor is just gonna make a world of difference for me. I already know. So yeah, it's just these things, like these approaches that I've mentioned to you guys. I know there's probably a few more that I can probably think of in maybe future videos, but these are the four main approaches that I really, really want to focus on, and they're mindset based. And I think that is the big key for me, is anything that I do moving forward when it comes to trading has to be mindset based. It has to be more just because of the person that I am, like who I am as a person. It might not be the same for you. You might have had your mindset down packed before even, knowing how to trade. It depends on who you are as a person. But for me, I know I'm a risky person in life. I'm very much like willing to in a way, because I'm kind of like scared of roller coasters and stuff, but like, I'm not afraid to take on a challenge and to do something that's outside of the box, but I gotta do it wisely. Why do I have to remove the wisdom out of it? It just doesn't make sense. And I'm a smart girl, okay? You guys are smart watching. So the best thing we can do for ourselves, especially as traders, is just to do our best and make sure that we're reevaluating. And I find that I don't do enough of that. So yeah, take this as the first of many videos that I'll probably be reevaluating myself. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say in this video, guys. I hope you found it helpful. Like I said, I hope that, it resonated with some people. I hope some people can agree, disagree, whatever. I feel like moving forward, I'm not going to ask people to like subscribe or like this video. I feel like it's so cheesy. Like, God, you're going to do it if you want to do it, and you're not going to do it if you don't want to do it. So it is what it is. But I will ask you or suggest or recommend that you guys comment down below, because I love talking to you guys. Honestly, I love hearing your opinions. I love just responding, and I love like everyone else talking to each other too, and just kind of like, I don't know, helping each other out. So yeah, comment down below, like I said. What will be your approach to trading in 2023? Will you keep things the same? Has it been working for you, in 2022 or 2021? Like, how long have you been trading, and how long has your approach been working for you? Do you think it's time to switch it up? It's a new year, new you type of thing, new year, new me. Just, you never know who you can help in the comment section. So feel free to share your opinions and your thoughts in a positive way, guys. And I appreciate you so much for stopping by. And I hope that this year started off on a good foot for you, and that it continues just to be good, and it keeps getting better and better for you. You deserve it. So make sure that you tell yourself that, and let's just keep affirming to ourselves. I am a great trader. I'm a great person. I deserve all of the success coming my way. I deserve health, happiness, love. I am ready to take on the world. All that good stuff. We can go on and on. But yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping by. Appreciate it. Let me stop babbling. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.